Thanks for joining us. This is the Signature TV News Updates. I am Ifunanya Ilodianya. In the headlines, Chief of Army Staff Farouk Yahaya says small arms proliferation is making the war against insurgency difficult. Over 50 people have been trapped in the rubbles as 21-story building collapsed in Ikoyi, Lagos State. Deadly explosion hits military hospital in Afghanistan. And now the details. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, says the proliferation of small arms and light weapons into the Nigeria by neighboring African countries are some of the reasons why the ongoing war against terrorism, kidnapping, and other crimes still persists in the country. He made the statement while receiving the Coordinator National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons, Major General Muhammad Diko, retired, and his team to the Army headquarters in Abuja on Tuesday. Signature TV correspondent Marvelous Obomanu brings us the reports.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, on Tuesday, while receiving the coordinator of National Center for the Control of Small and Light Weapons, Major General Mohammed Diko, retired, at the Nigerian Army headquarters, said the service is greatly disturbed at the rate which small arms spreads from Libya to other African countries and finds its way to Nigeria. He revealed that small arms proliferation is more in Libya because of the lack of monitoring and tracking, assuring that the Nigerian Army will strengthen defense around the border and checkpoints to prevent the surge of arms proliferation.
The spread of these light arms, particularly from Libya, from Mali, the armory in Libya fell open and nobody's in charge, probably. Last time when some people came here from the United Nations, they mentioned that sometimes in Libya you can get your AK-47 for $100 and others. And now every time we are inundated with intelligence report of those small arms also living and finding their ways down to us here. And now when they get across to near Sudan, to Chad, to Cameroon, to Niger, and Benin and everywhere, the end port is always here.
On his path, the coordinator of National Center for the Control of Small and Light Weapons, Major General Mohammed Diko, retired, said the center is working tirelessly to control the rate at which illicit small arms circulate in Nigeria. He mentioned that the availability of small arms and light weapons in the hands of non-state actors were fueling insecurity.
As a major stakeholder, we need to chart a course on how we can stem the tide of illicit small arms in circulation. You know, the catalyst for the crisis, the security situation we are having today is the availability of small arms and light weapons in the hands of non-state actors. So if we take it away from non-state actors, if we are able to find a way by which we can control their acquisition, then we will reduce these security challenges to the barest minimum.
The statement of the coordinator shows that if Nigeria can properly monitor and track the movement of small arms and light weapons, then non-state actors may find it difficult to get arms, and therefore violent crimes will be reduced to the barest minimum. In Abuja, Marvelous Obomanu for Signature TV.
The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Akali Baba, on Monday ordered an immediate detailed investigation into the reported invasion of the Abuja residence of Justice Mary Odili by security agents last Friday. The order was contained in a statement made available to newsmen in Abuja by the force public relations officer, Frank Mba. According to the statement, the decision became necessary as the IGP declared that the leadership of the force is not aware and did not at any time order police operatives to carry out such assignments. The IGP described the reported violation of the sanctity of the residence of the Justice of the Supreme Court as unfortunate and unacceptable, assuring the commitments of the force to the safety and security of members of the judiciary and Nigerians in general. No fewer than 10 persons were feared dead on Monday when a 21-story building collapsed on Gerald Road in the Ikoyi area of Lagos State. According to the reports, many of the people are still trapped in the rubbles, including the managing director, Fourscore Heights Limited, Mr. Femi Osibona, who owned the building, and some of his clients and engineers. One of the workers who survived the incident, Gabriel Bassi, told newsmen that about 50 persons were still trapped in the rubble. An eyewitness, Blessing Faye Jimmy, who lamented the lack of equipment by the first responders, stated that more people would have been rescued if they were better equipped. However, the Southwest coordinator of the National Emergency Management Agency, Ibrahim Fariloye, said 4 corpses were recovered from the building, adding that 4 were rescued. The general manager, Lagos State Building Control Agency, Bolahon Oki, however, said the owner of the collapsed 21-story building under construction in Ikoyi was given approval to construct only 15 floors, adding that the materials he used are so inferior and terrible. The University of Abuja chapter of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has confirmed the abduction of 2 professors from the staff quarters of the institution. The armed men suspected to be kidnappers invaded the school premises on Tuesday morning, shooting sporadically and later whisked away 6 persons. The Federal Capital Territory Police Command had confirmed the incident in a statement issued by the spokesperson, DSP Josephine Ade. She stated that the FCT Commissioner of Police, Babaji Sunday, had dispatched additional tactical and conventional policing resources to universities' main and satellite campuses to forestall further attacks. Also confirming the abduction, the ASU chairman, Uni Abuja, Dr. Kasim Umaru, told newsmen that the institution is working towards rescuing the victims. According to him, those abducted were Professor Obansa and his son, Professor Oboskolo, his son and daughters, as well as Sambo Mohammed and Dr. Tobins. In business, the 650,000 barrels per day Dangote Petroleum Refinery, Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, and other modular refineries are expected to be major drivers of Nigeria's demand for petroleum products, which is projected to grow massively in the nearest future. Speaking at the just concluded 15th Oil Trading and Logistics Africa Downstream Week in Lagos, the Group Managing Director of NNPC, Malam Meli Kiari, said the NNPC refines 445,000 barrels per day, Dangote refines 650,000 barrels per day, and the 250,000 BSD expected to come from condensated refineries through the private sector partnership, respectively, would supply the requirements of premium motor spirits (PMS) needed in Nigeria. Kiari, who was represented by the Group Executive Director, Downstream, NNPC, Adeyemi Adetunji, explained that the diversification of NNPC's portfolio through the acquisition of 20% equity, valued at $2.6 billion, in the 650,000 BPG Dangote refinery located in Lekki Free Trade Zone, will ensure national energy security and guarantee market for Nigeria's 300 barrels per day. On the foreign scene, Taliban security officials says at least 15 people are believed to have been killed and 34 wounded after 2 explosions followed by gunfire hit Afghanistan's biggest military hospital in Kabul. According to the Interior Ministry spokesman, Kari Saeed Kosti, the explosion took place at the entrance of the Sada Mohammed Dal Khan Hospital in the city center, and security forces had been sent to the area. The Italian aid group Emergency, which runs a trauma hospital 3 kilometers from the site of the blast, said 9 wounded have been brought in so far. There was no immediate claim of responsibility. The official Baka news agency quoted witnesses saying a number of Islamic State fighters entered the hospital and clashed with security forces. The blast added to the growing list of attacks and killings since the Taliban completed their victory over the previous Western-backed government in August, undermining their claim to have restored security to Afghanistan after decades of war. Now to the world of entertainment. Let's join Blessing Adejo.
It don't happen. It don't happen. My baby, it don't happen.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment News. Feels good to always have you. Join me on Entertainment segment. I am Blessing Adejo. Nigerian movie star Regina Daniels' billionaire husband Ned Nwoko and his Moroccan wife Lila are divorced. Lila took to Instagram story on Tuesday, November 2nd, 2021, where she dropped the bombshell about her divorce from the billionaire businessman. She, however, added that anybody following her because of Ned should unfollow her. Lila and Nwoko had one interesting relationship despite his marriage to the Nigerian movie star, and they have 3 kids together. Nigerian singer Burna Boy and his mother Bose Ogulu has been called out on social media by a US-based show promoter identified as Emmanuel Chinyere Uzo, aka Gold Mola. The aggrieved individual took to his Insta story channel with a lengthy rant as he levied several allegations against the Ogulu family. Mola started off by accusing Burna Boy's mother of attempting to extort him up to the tune of over 4 million naira after he had made payment for what was initially agreed upon. Mola claimed that he was robbed off of 28 million naira by Burna's team and his name was slandered. He disclosed his intention to pursue the matter with the help of the law while demanding a refund. And that's it on entertainment news for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am your host, Blessing at the job. Bye.
It don't happen. It don't happen. My baby, it don't happen.
In sports, Antonio Conte has been appointed Tottenham manager to replace the sacked Nuno Espirito Santo, with the Italian signing an initial 18-month contract that includes an extension option. Conte, who met his new squad for the first time on Tuesday morning, returned to the Premier League 3 years on from a stint at Chelsea that delivered top-flight title glory and an FA Cup triumph. Negotiations with the Italian, who has been out of work since leaving Inter Milan in the summer, entered the final stages on Monday after Nuno was dismissed less than 5 months since he was appointed head coach. Tottenham are 8th in the Premier League, 10 points off leader Chelsea after the 3-0 home defeat to Manchester United on Saturday. Before we end the news, a recap of our major stories. Chief of Army Staff Farouk Yahaya says small arms proliferation is making the war against insurgency difficult. Over 50 people have been trapped in the rubble as 21-story building collapsed in Ikoyi, Lagos State. Deadly explosion hits military hospital in Afghanistan. And now the details. Safety and security begins with you. Be patriotic. Report any suspicious activity to law enforcement agencies. Please stay safe. And that's the Signature TV News updates. On behalf of my producer, Chiweze Obi, I am Ifunanya Ilodianya. Thanks for watching.